This is Lara Henares making your day with part 35, my continuing essay on the great civilizations. Chapter, the glory that was Greece. Except for Sparta, the Greeks were not ruled by kings. They experimented with various forms of government, usually elective. Sometimes an oligarchy ruled by the few, sometimes an aristocracy, which originally meant ruled by the best, from Aristos, best, and Krasia, rule. But often one man would seize power and become an absolute ruler, an autocrat. The Greeks discovered, as who has not, that such men are often corrupted by power. Then the Greeks gave them the less complimentary name of tyrannikos, tyrant, meaning a cruel and oppressive ruler, and it became an act of patriotism to destroy them. The most popular form of government in every sense of the word was democracia, ruled by the people, which reached its greatest glory in Athens 450 years before Christ was born. From it comes our word, democracy. It is significant that all our words describing systems of government came from the Greek language. The Greek ideal was a full, complete man, daring, adventurous, sexy, successful in many fields of activity, in which wealth is acquired as merely incidental. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with part 35 of an essay we wrote on the great civilizations, chapter, the glory that was Greece. The ancient Greeks were, like the Filipino, a race of individualists. But this was a strength and a weakness. For while the Greek love of freedom gave full play to the growth of the spirit and of the intellect, encouraging the gifted and the intelligent, it hindered them from uniting and sinking their differences in the face of a common enemy, except on one rare and wonderful occasion. The finest in Greek spirit showed itself in other ways. It took the dross of barbaric myth and the earth of folk tale and transmuted it into the pure gold of poetry. In the hands of Aeschylus, Euripides, and Sophocles, poetic myth became an instrument which searched men's hearts and souls, making them see the splendor and the meanness of the human spirit, the tragedy and comedy of human life. The Orestean trilogy of Aeschylus tells a story of cannibalism, human sacrifice, yet Aeschylus transforms it into one of the greatest tragedies of the world, exploring the heights which the human spirit can attain and the mighty depths to which it can sink. Its message, the futility of revenge, of violence breeding violence, of war breeding war, is as pertinent today as it was 2,500 years ago. We love things of the mind. The Athenians used to say, Athenians, and sat at the feet of teachers and philosophers, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. The ordinary Athenians, men and women who crowded the open-air theater of Dionysius on the slope of Acropolis, did not mind being asked to think. Not that they went there for culture, they went there to be entertained. In the theater of Dionysius, the birthplace of Western drama, they sat happily munching their figs and pomegranates. And was played out before them the tragedies of Aeschylus, Euripides, satires on public men, where politicians and are subjected to barbs and lampoons, as in our modern press gridiron affairs. And they roared at the comedies of Aristophanes, sex comedies of such outrageous and glorious wit. This is Larry Henares making your day. Nagsasabi magandang araw, pagpalain kayo ng Diyos at salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa susunod na pagkakataon, ito si Larry Henares. Nagpapaalam sa inyong lahat. Hasta la bye-bye.